found out loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Hey, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
And New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, foxtrot, go. 36 to Mike. You ain't going nowhere. Hit it.
From the gun, Bledsoe. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
First down. Ready. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Hey, Sue. Go.
Operating from the gun, Bledsoe. And he will find his man on the outside.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 2nd and 5. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself a big...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby side.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, keep it up. Switch.
From the gun, Bledsoe. That's complete. It's Bell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Bud! Look at me, zipper!
Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it. You do go through it. And in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
To throw on 3rd down. Bledsoe. Caught here by Bell. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hall. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
53 is the mic.
Hey, Orbit.
I'm coming after you.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You got it. You got it. Smooth.
53's mine.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bravo.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Yard on that last run.
64, weak. Hey, Haywood.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. His throw incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Hey, box drop.
Push him back. Check nickel.
There.
Operating from the gun, Bledsoe. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. After the interception, here's Rosen. Completes it to Davis. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Bledsoe. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
80 weapon.
Yeah. 58 for Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Bledsoe. And he's got his man on the out route. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Zoo! Yeah! Pick it up, guys.
Operating from the gun, Bledsoe. This one caught by Crowder. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Look at me, zipper! Let's go,
from the gun, Bledsoe. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Let's go, dude. Hey, high 7. It's going to be a long day. Mike 56, Mike 56. Check right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Hey, Echo.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Corner. Hard. Hey, seam 6.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. 47 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Monday. Quarter.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's going to be caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken very short.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Throwing again. Bledsoe. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
First down, Jets.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jet bomber.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Kill.
Hey, wahoo!
28. Mike, 28. Rip left.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Bledsoe. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Now a first down carry by Bell. And an alley to run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Looking to throw on second down. Bledsoe. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check it back. Check it back.
Greystone, travel.
Got 36 to Smith. You got nothing. Mike, 36.
2nd and 3. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 16-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Following a fumble recovery, it's Rosen. It's caught by Davis. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 57. Mike 57. 80.
Hey, Haywood.
57. Got one.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's Rosen. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. So now it's Rosen looking. That is caught inside the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
No. Go.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
On third down, Paul. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken short.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Eddie Goldman, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Rosen will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jerome Baker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check X3. 218. Chop it.
From the gun, Bledsoe. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 17. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This one taken just inside the 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get, and my goodness, another interception. Cordray Tankersley with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This one caught by Davis. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his.
And now here is another interception. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. This will be taken very short. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
To throw is Rosen. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's our time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
From the 29, Rosen throwing the out route incomplete. That's McCarthy. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Hey, Hayward! It's our time. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Back to throw. Bledsoe. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to get the 1st down here as he's out to the 14. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Get it.
They'll go again with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
5.
And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Hey, alert, alert. Hug.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Double tight. 3 down.
Ready.
And they will take a knee here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Set, go.
And they take a knee.